All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. This is Hala Pablo, and yeah, let's get right into it. Let's look at Bitcoin. So it's been a while. We've been watching the markets just like everyone else, and really, what it's boiled down to here is no surprise. It's kind of expected if you'd been following my videos for the past few months. Yeah, we're still at the top of this macro counter trend, and I've got this on the 3 hour. But if you take it out, let's take it out to the daily before we zoom back in. We kind of see where we are. We are in this monstrous ascending channel. It could be technically it could be drawn as a just a large rising wedge actually, but the point is we're in an overbought territory in this ascending channel, and we've almost mitigated this point here. This would be the $48,000 point. There would be just a massive bear order block hovering right here. So I don't really see this going above 48,000 before we get the big macro pullback retracement back into what I believe is going to do is fall back into this channel. If we don't fall back now, it'll be under 48,000. We'll fall back into this channel, and then we're going to take it down. I think we're going to go back down to mitigate the lows, perhaps not as far, not as deep as 16,000 or 15,000, although it's possible. I think more in line of this micro support in this channel, maybe in the low 30s, perhaps even break down even further, have a deep spring, a terminal shakeout into the mid 20s, but that won't come until later. But we see clearly here, let me take this off so you could see let's hide the drawings. Clearly you could see here that we are in an overbought area of this range. And that jibes with the dollar index, because these are contrary to each other. Let's bring it back. We see on the dollar index, and again, this is on the daily, on the DXY, we are oversold. We're oversold in this channel. So the dollar cost, the dollar index goes down, Bitcoin goes up historically, and vice versa. So the dollar costs, what I keep calling a dollar cost, it's because I DCA all the time, a dollar cost average. So, but anyway, this is a dollar index, or the DXY. The DXY has been on a downward trajectory, and Bitcoin has been going up these past. Now this is the daily, so this goes all the way back to 2017 on this chart here, 2015. So for the past, I don't know, couple months, we've been on a down since October. Really, we've been on this downward wave from the zero point 0.5 fib inside this ascending channel. We've been going back down to touch the macro support zone of this trend, and consequently Bitcoin has gone up. So now you see we are down here in the oversold area, and if we go back to Bitcoin now, and we see Bitcoin is in the overbought area here. So yeah, so the DXY is oversold, Bitcoin is overbought. So that all coincides with the TA that we're looking at, and we can expect Bitcoin to go down from here, if not before a FOMO rally, to take it up to the 48,000 point. And so that's what I'm anticipating. Be very, very careful if you're looking to buy at this point. I would not buy. If we go to the let's go to the micro trend now and look at more detail. Maybe we can go back to a forensic time frame, or we could just go to the 2 hour. And so let me get rid of this here. And so we see that, yeah, so if we could draw these micro trend lines up here, and this is none other than just a gigantic rising wedge here in the micro. Let's remove this and remove this support trend line, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. And we know that rising wedges are bearish. So we'd have this line here, and then from here, if we go along the highs and the lows, We have this reverse wedge, or this broadening wedge that is rising. We see that where it's touched this micro resistance here, the spread is getting wider. You see how this is getting wider? This this bottom here, this W, you see it's like an Adam and Eve here on the 2 hour, has been getting wider, and we see predominance of supply as the price action consolidates laterally, right? It's going laterally, where we're able to draw the trend lines. I mean, not trend lines, but the actual trading range lines, trading range support and resistance, which are horizontal. We see predominance of supply. We see supply bars protruding the most as the price consolidates, and we see the downward trajectories. We see the candle and the Elliott waves widening, getting wider and wider. That is indicative of a sell-off. That is bearish power. Whereas if it were accumulating, the opposite would happen. We'd see predominance of demand as it consolidates, and we would see the waves getting tighter and tighter, more and more narrow as it comes to a spearhead or an arrowhead, if you will, within this trading range, like this. So we see the lower highs and the higher lows coming to a confluence, and then that would be indicative of a possible markup from here. But we see the opposite happening. So it remains to be seen. Of course, Bitcoin is notorious for bucking the trend and doing the opposite of what everyone thinks, but not on the long term, just on the short term, the fake out retail. So anyway, that's all I've got. I wanted to make these videos short and sweet and keep them under 10 minutes. If you got anything out of this, I'd appreciate a subscription, a like at least, a thumbs up. I'm going to try to get more and more frequent with these. I've been busy these last few weeks, but I'm back now for now, and I'm going to be more and more active on this channel, and also in our Discord trading group as well, where the members there can give me coins and specific cryptos, and I will be more than happy to give you my analysis and my opinion of what it is and break it down as far as Elliott Wave and VSA and Wyckoff. But for now, I hope this helps you out, and like, comment, and I'll get back with you real soon, and we'll do another video update on Ethereum. I got Shiba Inu. Let's see what else we got coming up. If I go to my hodls, man, I've got Cardano, Algo, AVAX, DOT, Filecoin, Mana, Matic, Shiba Inu. I got Synthetics, Solana, XLM, Zcash, 0x, and a few others that I'm looking at. So we'll be doing in-depth analysis on all of those. And if you have specific coins, consider joining the Discord trading group, and I'll clue you in on all the stuff that I'm holding and where my buy and sell points are. All right, we'll talk to you guys later before this gets to 10 minutes, and we'll talk again soon. Adios. Bye-bye.